everybody, and welcome back. My name is Sue and I am from OML Embroidery, and today I'm going to show you guys this gorgeous quilt that I made after I had a heart attack. Now, the design is called Halloween Shadows, and it's absolutely stunning. I love the colors of the background. The other thing I really like about it is that it's minimal colors, and I think that's awesome. A couple of shades of gray, black, light gray, dark gray, and then the backgrounds. And it's really nice. You can do this on a single needle machine because you don't have to change so many colors, and I think it works well. It is absolutely gorgeous hanging up on the wall, and I love just about every block. There's lots of different sizes as well. So from a 5x7 to 9.5x14. So let's get started on it. I'm going to show you guys how to do a simple block on it. Now I have my fabric ready, and I have a bright yellow because I thought that looked fantastic, kind of a light orange, a darker orange, and a red, and this forms the background of the quilt block, which is awesome. So the first step is to place our batting down. It stitches out a little die line for you and place it down. I'm using really thick batting in this, which is almost too much, but it's all I have. The next thing is going to stitch that batting down, and it stitches just a little bit inside the die line so you can square it up. So they call it a squaring up stitch. And it works really well when you stitch the designs together. So let's do this. Stitching, I should have sped up the video a little bit here, but that's okay. Once it gets stitched out, all you have to do is trim this down. Grab your favorite Gunold trimming scissors and trim away, and make sure you get as close as you can and as careful as you can to the line. It makes it much better. I didn't record all of the cutting because it's hard to show with the camera right in front, but put your hoop back in, and I pointed to the bee there to show you guys, make sure you put it back in the right way. I always have the bee facing the right way. So the next stitch is your placement line for the top, and the top is yellow. So once that's finished stitching, look at that, magic. Place your yellow down, and the next step is to stitch it all down, hold it down carefully, and we're going to do some trimming. So you only have to trim the bottom of this, not the top or the sides. Now the next stitch is going to be for the next block, which is sort of the lighter, brighter orange. And it gives you a nice placement line as to where you want to put it. So once that's done, put your orange down. And in this video too, I should mention, I'm using a bright color to stitch all this down. It would be better if you used a matching color. I used a bright green just so you can see it again, but it doesn't look the greatest when it's finished. Now, I have a little bit of pulling there, but again, it won't matter at all. Make sure you leave a seam allowance at the side, so you don't want to be cutting those. So the next step is going to put some kind of light satin stitches to, match up the two spots. Now, I used orange for two of my lines, and it's like a tangerine orange, and I think it looks great. Once that finishes stitching, then we do our next block, which is the darker orange, so the third orange down. Place it down, and then of course it's going to stitch it down quite nicely for us, and it doubles it to make sure it holds really well. And once that's done, pop it out, and this one you cut the top and the bottom. Make sure you leave the sides again, and there you can see how bright the green is. It would be better if you used orange for the tack down. Just make sure you put enough stops in for the multi-needle machine. So once that is done, we're going to do some more satin stitches. Now they're really kind of light satin stitches, and they have spaces where the other embroidery is going to go. So once that one is done, now we're going to do the last piece placement, and this is for the red fabric. So that is being placed right on there. and stitch it down, of course. Now I stitched this one down, I think, in red, so I actually did do it right. I took a second to do it that way. I think maybe you guys have seen it stitched down enough. And for this one, when you do your trimming, you can do a frame out or take it out as I did. And you're just trimming the top, not the sides and not the bottom. And already you can see that it looks fantastic. The colors are amazing. Here's the satin stitches going down. Now I did these in red, so I did orange, orange, and red, and it looks fantastic and it makes it easier to match up. Now for this block, you actually have a lot of blocks to choose from. For this block, it's a lot of outlines and some letterings. You may have applique, and most of them are pretty stitch intense, but they look amazing. So the black over the colors looks amazing. I love it. Don't forget about the sashing pieces. You can see on the picture I have right there that I did it in gray, that, you know, it matches the thread that I used, and it has bats on it. And there's more than one to choose from. So it really comes together quickly. And when you sew them together, it looks amazing because the colors kind of wave in the background. Anita Goodesign calls it landscape backgrounds, and it's one of my favorite things. This is what caught me on this one, and it kind of, you know, got me up from being sick and doing stuff, is because it's so gorgeous looking. I love Halloween, and I love the colored background. It looks like you put more work in it than it is. It's a lot of work. These ones are pretty intense, but I really enjoyed doing the applique and then letting it stitch out, letting the rest of it stitch out. And, you know, it was really nice, and I'm really proud of that quilt. That was my first major thing after I had a heart attack, and it looks amazing. Anyone who comes into my house, it's hanging up on a wall. Anyone who comes into the house always says something about it because it's so fantastic. So lots of sizes to choose from, lots of different blocks to choose from. You can also use these blocks for different things. You could make a table runner, you could make a mug rug. I made a few of those, which look amazing come Halloween time. Well, Don has his on his desk all the time because it looks so good. So this is something that you should try. It is really amazing. Look how fantastic that looks. The colors are nice and bright. The stitching is gorgeous. Oh, so thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you guys will get stitching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!